This is Mike the Barber.
This is Kunal the Forever Client, and we are
Wrestle Putts.
There we go. All right, so what are we doing today?
We're doing Money in the Bank review.
Okay.
Yep.
And similar to what we did last time?
Yes.
Cool.
We're going to grade every match as well. My grading's a bit more strict. Like, I don't like just throwing 5-star matches out there.
Just trying to take a dig at me, bro.
Yeah.
What's that about? Okay, because
there's got to be a different little thing going on here.
Exactly. So I'm a bit nice. I like to appreciate at least one match that was probably like the standout match for every pay-per-view. So that's gonna be my 1 and 5-star match, and I'm more related to what I'm trying to say. I'm more geared towards like the emotional side of things. If it makes you feel good,
yeah, I'm happy. I'm going to be a bit more technical with it, and like I said, to be a bit more strict. So
there we go.
Yep. Should we get started?
Let's talk about the first match, which was the women's Money in the Bank.
I thought it was going to be an event, to be fair.
I thought so too. Kind of disappointed that it didn't, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that match later on anyway, which was the main event. Just eh. Yeah. But there was a big surprise. We'll talk about it in a second. Mm-hmm. Now, our prediction was right though. Wait, no, you said Rhea Ripley.
I said Rhea. Yeah, I wanted to go 1 star.
What?
But, well, she is the star, isn't she?
Oh, that makes sense. So, that 1 star.
Yeah,
I thought you were giving the match a 1 star. That kind of really scared me.
Yeah. So,
cool.
Yeah, so you got it right.
I did get it right. Naomi called it.
Not sad at all. Not sad.
Okay, there we go.
Good result.
Yeah.
Good outcome.
What do you think about the match? Because I felt like the match could have had more spots with more of the wrestlers together.
Yeah.
It felt a bit too like
one-on-one.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. One-on-one. Maybe a couple of spots with 3 of them, but it felt like everything was happening just in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. I thought it was a good match, on base level. But the expectation was really, really high. Like the outcome was great, as we said. That was a good part of it. But everyone in that match was brilliant. You expected a really good match. We've got a good match, so it was because the expectation was high is where it kind of went flat for me.
Fair play. Now, I was thinking about this because I watched it the second time as well, and I think you watched it a couple of times too.
Yeah, I watched it.
When the 2 or the 3 were in the ring, nothing else was happening on the outside. Whereas where we think of like a good, ladder match or a good Money in the Bank match, you want things happening everywhere. So I think that is what was missing, like at least to me, I don't know if you agree with that.
I would say it's one-on-one-y.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of multi-people spots.
Exactly.
Whereas the men's had that a little bit more.
We're sure going to get into that in a second as well. But let's do this rating.
Yeah, sure.
Any standout wrestlers for you from the match?
I think everyone got a little bit of limelight. Like Stephanie got her moment with the Devil's Kiss on the ladder.
On the ladder, brilliant.
I thought Julia looked really good.
Very strong. We kept saying that as well. It's just a tank.
Yeah.
Like doesn't look like a tank,
She
but
looked
just
comfy in there.
Yeah.
Like first, like main roster pay-per-view, she looked comfy. Like yeah.
Roxanne was selling like a maniac.
Was good. Naomi was just doing her own thing. She stayed in the background, which kind of suited the match.
Yeah.
Because everyone was doing their shtick together. She was creeping in the back, and then she ended up winning it. So
yeah, worked out. Mommy looked like she was the big boss.
Yeah.
They pummeled her with all the ladders, which is a good idea.
Back,
just like the Undertaker.
Killed everyone.
Yeah.
But standout? Who's your standout?
I don't think even I have a standout, to be honest. Probably Julia. I think she kind of like took us a bit more off guard. I think because like she has so much power, but she doesn't look like a powerhouse. Yeah. But she like wrestles like an absolute juggernaut.
Yeah. So Julia's probably the standout for us. And star rating.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll go.
Go for it. You go for it.
I'll give it a 3.5. Like I said, expectation was high. I was expecting like more of a 4.5. But it was good. That's it. It was good.
Fair play. I think honestly, giving a 3 would be too low. I'll probably do a 3.5. I thought you want to give it more of a 4, to be honest, but I'm going to give it a 3.5 as well.
Cool.
I think again, spots were good, wrestlers are amazing, entrances were amazing as well. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Aura
outcome
was just amazing, and the outcome was absolutely correct. So that's my rating. 3.5.
And then second match.
What was
second?
I think it was
Dominic. And Octagon Junior.
Speaking of like a surprise match, we both got that wrong.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
But we're never going to call this one, are we?
No. So again, with respect, Dominic versus Octagon, it was very much of like a throwaway match, a bit of like a buffer period between match 1 and match 3.
I think they were just showcasing Octagon Junior a little bit.
Yeah.
Dom looked solid. Octagon looked solid. They'd done what it needed to do.
I don't think we're gonna have to rate this though. Yeah. Cool. You know who should have been in the match though? Mr. Iguana.
Yes. the guy right now.
Right now, seriously, we don't know what's
He's
so great
just
about him.
so over right now.
Yeah,
like people have just latched onto him, and he's
like a lizard.
Yeah. But they're gonna show him more now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Raw.
And give it like a couple of months, he was gonna go from AAA to WWE. Easy.
Yeah, they'll capitalize on that.
All right, shall we move on?
Solid. Yeah.
Third match.
Done what it had to do.
Ooh, the third match is quite important.
Ooh.
Very important.
Becky versus Lyra. Another good match. Let's put that out there.
Yep.
Probably gonna
very
have another.
technical.
Very technical. Lyra's brilliant. Becky's brilliant.
Yep.
Great heel stick. Just a great match again.
They had some crazy spots. Like I think did they do something from like the apron to the floor as well?
Yeah. What was that spot again?
Just them getting smashed onto the floor. Yeah. Pretty much.
That leg drop Lyra did.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
God.
Yeah.
Becky was hanging over
the barricade.
Outside of the ring of the barricade. Lyra just jumps off and does a leg drop, slams on her stiff.
Stiff. Yeah.
It was good.
And it's interesting how the way Becky won the match was also via roll up.
Yeah.
And a bit of a tights pull.
Yeah, she did.
So she's a bit sneaky. Not totally sneaky, but also like it's kind of like poetic justice in her mind, probably.
Yeah.
In her mind, because the roll up was how Lyra won the previous match. So it's kind of like a one-on-one, like one-to-one situation right now.
Well, I called that, didn't I? Predicted Becky to win.
Oh yeah, I did predict.
I thought they had to give her the win. Now it is 1-1.
Yeah.
And now it does look like there's going to be a third.
Oh yeah.
When and how could Bayley get involved to make it a triple threat? Don't know. But yeah, grading wise.
Oh, let's not forget. It wasn't like a turn actually, but then she just German suplex her and like just
that was cool.
Pummeled her. That was good. I think you said the same thing as well.
I didn't expect it. I thought Becky was going to attack Lyra, but I didn't expect Lyra to, because I was saying at the time we're watching it and I was like, Lyra's not going to attack Becky. Lyra's such a sweet babyface girl. Like she's not going to do that. And then she did, and I was like, oh, go on, Lyra. That was good.
Bring out the edge. Not Adam Copeland. He's an AEW. Yeah. But I was happy that Lyra did that as well. I feel like she honestly, again, her character arc from the moment she won the IC title to where she is at now. Yeah. There's so much more to her. Yeah. I was worried that she was gonna fall into the Natalya trap. Again, respect to Natalya for whatever she is, but Natalya is just.
I'm glad they're doing this with Lyra.
Yeah.
And they're building up the mid-card women's division. It's so stacked, the women's division. They can't all be competing for world titles.
Exactly.
They brought the Intercontinental title, build that up, put Becky there, put Lyra there,
Bayley.
and it means something now. So that's good.
Yeah. And eventually, I think, I reckon, this is like way too far ahead, but I feel like Stephanie.
Becky.
Yeah. Do you think she's going to go straight for the big title? Or like, will she like work her way up? I don't know. I would be happy for her to work her way up a little bit because, let her like just,
I'm happy with that.
Soak in everything that
there's so many
exactly,
stars
right?
There, so
yeah. Star rating?
Initially, I wasn't overly like. I thought the first match was better. This one, it was good. It was really good. Slightly worse. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 as well, to be honest, because it was just a really, really good hard-hitting match. You know what I mean? So it was a fun match to watch.
Just a really good match. Yeah, that's it.
Just hit everything correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, so
next
match number 3, 4. This is now we're talking about the fourth match.
Men's Money in the Bank. Wow,
it was a masterpiece.
Yeah, one word.
What is your word?
Solo
Sikoa.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that was a bit too loud in your ears. I apologize. Sorry.
He was so good.
I was saying, he was my MVP. He's literally my MVP.
He has become this new character all of a sudden. It's been in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely been in there.
Yeah. And they kept him as the enforcer, kept him quiet, knowing that he had this inside, and now he's unleashed. Jacob's come in and been the real
hard-hitting
guy.
Jason Mateo's kind of like into that role as well, a bit more dark.
So Solo's been kind of put to the side on that character. But he's come with this new like comedic genius. He's so funny. His comedic timing, his facial expressions, everything. Just copying everyone in the ring, all that. And what a guy. And the way when Jacob was pulling his leg down, he's just like
what? What?
This guy is just MVP
so good.
of the
Absolutely.
match. So yeah.
Maybe this is why we were saying his name so often in the previous video.
Probably.
We were the one foreshadowing
Yes.
what was going to happen.
We knew.
Yeah, we are the ones. We are the ones. We are the ones. Callback. Nexus?
No. Well,
No? You don't remember the theme song? We're going to have to play it for you later.
Yeah,
Never mind. Sorry, guys. He's not a true believer. What? Believer?
Believer.
Believer? Believer?
Yeah.
No, believer.
Justin.
Joe Henry.
Oh.
I believe.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So let's go MVP. We did think that Andrade was going to be there for just spots, but he got hit in a really unfortunate spot, so that was a bit disappointing.
What spot?
Remember the ladder fell onto his future prospects are in jeopardy. Anyway, the coffee cup is, well, he had his spots. I'm glad he didn't win. He put the freaking metal thing in his head again.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just something about, I don't know, do you think he was a bit weak? Because it felt like, I don't know if Chad Gable was maybe, giving him some advice.
Or he had that crazy match the night before. The night before? Couple hours before.
Yeah, wait, hold on. You're saying Chad Gable and Americano are the same people?
I thought they were, but...
Are you sure?
No.
It's not
that was just a rumor, wasn't it?
It was a rumor.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they were working together, so maybe, I don't know, maybe Chad Gable's energy.
Training together.
Exactly.
He has been saying that he gave him his boots. So.
He did, right?
But yeah,
so maybe he just absorbed his energy, so he was a bit tired. He wasn't his best.
But he wasn't, like you said, he wasn't too involved.
Yeah.
There was that one spot which made me laugh. It was a bit botchy. Penta was on the top of the ladder.
Oh yeah.
He could have grabbed it about 30 times.
He was there for a long time.
Because they were waiting for Chad to go up the ladder and
the thingy thing
and attack him to stop him. So LA Knight was supposed to monkey flip Chad onto the ladder. The monkey flip, there wasn't enough space, so it looked terrible, and Chad had to jump on the ladder. The ladder's half shaking, so Seth is in the middle of the ring holding it to allow him to go up. Yeah. Goes up, headbutts Penta, and then LA Knight has to go up quickly, and he
also the same way
him onto that corner space of the ring. They've got that much space, and Americano's head nearly slams the ladder. It is holy
concussion,
shit.
honestly, potential death, guaranteed.
It is a beautiful madness. No, Julia.
Not Julia. No, not Julia.
Yeah.
Julia. Yeah. But it was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was botched, but they turned it into something real, and I like that a lot.
Right. And I'm so happy that we're gonna get into the Jacob Fatu thing in a second, but the fact that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they came in, just pummeled everyone, loved it. Then Jacob Fatu comes out with his theme song. That's a big deal. Yeah. Because the other two, they didn't get a theme song, but Jacob did, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. And he comes in, supports, and then he says, "I hate you, Solo," and ruined his chances. Yeah. Which is where you talked about the whole leg grabbing, the facial expression and stuff like that.
And then who comes in? Seth comes in.
And then Seth just
sets up the ladder.
We didn't even talk about who won. Yeah, Seth won.
Yeah. Well, LA Knight was. LA Knight pushed Seth off as he was climbing, and it was my prediction.
It was your prediction, yeah. Which was wrong.
Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
Oh, what? Huh? Come on, man. Yeah. Good at profanity.
Seth does his business. I'm not complaining. I love Seth.
Same.
He's one of my goats.
Again, he is the right winner. He had to win. There's no other choice.
It makes sense storyline wise. You've got Raw tonight as well. There is going to be a new champion tonight.
You think Jay is guaranteed to lose?
Yeah, my prediction. I think either Gunther or Seth will walk away with the title. Yeah. Just a prediction.
I feel like I don't know.
Set up for it, I think.
Yeah, I see that too. But yeah, I mean, again, just going back to the match as well. I was having such a great time, and as we're gonna go into our star rating, I'm gonna start off and say this was my match of the night.
Cool.
This is my 5-star match, and I think it had everything. It had the chaos. It had the crazy bumps. It had the right winner. Yeah. And I had a good time. Made me real warm and fuzzy in my tum-tum. # Simon Miller. What's your star rating, sir?
4.
Okay.
I think it was slightly better than the women's.
Okay.
I've expected the women's to be the best match of the night, but
same.
Yeah, this did slightly because of that craziness. I know it was botched a little bit, but it was saved. And the whole 2v2 Jacob Fatu moment.
That was cool. Really that cool. Was good.
So yeah, good result as well. Very happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy with 4 of that. Yeah.
All right, so let's go into a very bittersweet match, which is the last match, which was the tag team of the baby faces against the heels, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Logan Paul and John Cena. Well, first of all, let me just say, it was really late at night, and I have not slept enough, and it was also my birthday weekend.
You were cozied up.
I was really cozied up.
Blanket
on, and I fell asleep midway through the match. So I rewatched it the next day, and I rewatched mainly to see the biggest return of the night, which was R-Truth.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ron Killings. He's become serious. He's in his darker zone, and we're glad now. I think at the time when I saw it, I was like, this was a work. Yeah. But then you go through the videos and you understand what's really happening, and he was actually let go.
R-Truth tweeted
no work.
Yeah, his son tweeted something as well. Clearly not a work. And I know a lot of people aren't giving WWE praise. I want to give them a little bit of praise. Okay. At least they saw what they did wrong. At least.
But then they did not admit it though.
Yeah, I mean.
It's a corporation.
Yeah, it's a bit cheesed, but at least they got him back. At least they could have just ignored us. We would have forgot about it for a few weeks. Yeah. And then moved on.
That's fair.
So at least they did the right thing.
Yeah. The match itself?
The match. It was very meh for about 10-15 minutes at the beginning. Felt like a match on SmackDown or Raw. Just a basic tag match. Jay was just getting battered for a while.
He was getting battered for a while, it's true. Until he got the hot tag for Cody.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Logan saved it a bit towards the end. I'm not a massive fan of Logan, but he's an athlete. He's good.
Yeah.
That moonsault
was crazy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I actually do like the idea of like him holding the drone and then getting suplex. It was different, exactly.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good idea. It gave you like what Michael Cole said, a bird's eye view, just a POV basically. But anyway, so those 2 spots were pretty cool for me. Again, still, I do not like Logan Paul and whatever, can't give a damn about him. But cool spots, give him respect for that.
Cena's doing that whole title shtick stuff again.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That's the thing now, because he like every time he does an AA, it never wins. By it, I mean him. He never wins.
I need this Cena stuff to accelerate now.
Interesting.
I need it to pick up because it's been a bit stale recently. Just the whole like Rock stuff coming. The Rock came back, done that whole thing, and we haven't seen him. I wanted something between them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think maybe the booking was a bit misleading.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. But let's see what happens now.
Let's see what happens. True.
What's going to happen with Ron Killings and John Cena?
Will they have a match number 2? Yeah. They could. This time they could have like the title on the line as well, or at least some kind of triple threat. I don't know. Make it a bit interesting.
Yeah. But overall, I wasn't too invested.
Yeah.
Cool to see R-Truth come back. That's about it, really. I wasn't overly invested. It was a 2v2, nothing on the line.
Yeah.
Not really interested in anyone really in the ring apart from Cody.
Ouch. And Jey Uso.
Yeah, Jey's alright.
He doesn't like Jey Uso, by the way. Yeah. I like him. He's good. He worked hard.
Star rating?
You go first.
I will give it a 3.
Wow.
I was feeling during the first 10 minutes a 1.5 or something.
1.5.
It was really poor for a main event of a Money in the Bank. Poor, but it picked up towards the end. We started seeing moves, the drone spot, the Logan Paul spots, R-Truth return. It picked up, so surpassed expectations. I'll give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 3 as well because of R-Truth coming back at that time. Otherwise, I was gonna give it like just 2.5. It was literally just average.
Yeah.
But then R-Truth came back, and I feel like that moment picked it up. You know what I mean? Because again, WWE or just wrestling is about moments. That was a good moment.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Overall rating of the show.
I feel like if I give it like a 3.5, it's a safe answer. But to be honest, 3.75 is probably where I sit.
Yeah.
It's the final match and the addition of the kind of like throwaway match that was there that kind of made it a bit lower. So I'll probably leave it at the because I think my backlash match was also 3 point match. What? Pay-per-view was also, PLE was a 3.75, I think. But I think this was better than Backlash. Oh, I gotta be careful with my ratings now.
It's tough.
But I'm gonna say 3.75.
Backlash is a bit more of a B show. This is more of an A.
Fair.
So the expectations are a bit
Should be
different.
higher.
So for Money in the Bank, for me, I'm gonna 3.5.
Okay.
Solid show. Good matches. That's it. Good. That's it, really. There's nothing more to say.
Fair.
Yeah. What did you give it?
3.75.
3.75.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll leave it at
Nice.
that. Yeah.
Yep. That's our review for Money in the Bank.
Is there anything else we need to discuss? I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Until
The next video,
one.
which is going to be probably
tier list.
tier list. Yeah.
So we're going to do males, females,
Females and tag teams.
So
Yeah.
my brother might get involved for the women's match. He's a big fan of a lot of the female talent. So.
Yeah. And this is only going to be for the main roster. So just WWE, just SmackDown and Raw. We're not going to talk about NXT, but maybe eventually we're going to talk about
we could
S
do a
tier.
separate NXT one.
Exactly.
We could do that in the
into
future. But
there we go.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Wait for it. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and
all of that.
also
jazz.
all that jazz. But also, this guy's a barber. So if you're in the UK and you need a barber, talk to this guy.
Hit me up.
This guy's an actor. If you need an actor for any of your short films and you're in the UK, let me know. And
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Till the next one.
till the next one. Goodbye.